All right, hey guys, Jason here. We're up here at the amazing Vaden Nissan, one right here in Savannah, Georgia, and an incredible place. And what we are here, just here at night, we are actually eating dinner and looking at some furniture over there, and stopped in to make some videos here. But what we're going to talk about, people don't seem to understand. I've done a couple videos on this, but I'm going to break it down in more detail for you. The buy rate versus sell rate thing and how dealerships take advantage of this. And this is across all boards. Doesn't matter the brand, doesn't matter the conglomerate that owns the brand, that owns the dealership network. These are things that we see happen a lot. Now, not every dealer does it, but many do. So what is it? Understanding how this works. The buy rate is the rate that the bank gives the dealership or gives you. Okay, so let me take it from the beginning here. And then we're going to understand how bad it hurts you and ways to get around it. Because it's brutal. It's a brutal game. I mean, let me give you a quick version. The dealership is willing to let you pay up to $8,000 more in interest so he can make $1,500 off of you on the front end and not tell you about it. Okay, that's what we're going to cover. That kind of stuff, and it's pretty bad. So let's dive into it and look at it from a reality standpoint. So we have, you go in to buy a car. Let's give you, because we'll give the prices, but you go to buy a car. Let's say you're going to buy this Nissan right here. Okay, this 4x4 SV model right here, beautiful truck, gorgeous setup, perfect. Here it is right there, nice truck. And you're going to buy this. It's going to come in at about $50,000 right here. So we're coming at 44 plus an addendum sticker through here, which all Nissan dealers in my general area do it, which is pretty crazy. Just made a video about that. But let's say so tax and everything, you're coming at $50,000. You're going to buy this, and so you're going to go to the dealership, you're going to say, I want to buy this. And then what the dealership's going to do then is they're going to turn around and say, great, you can buy it, and here's what's going to happen. They're going to call the banks for you. They're going to run your credit. They're going to do this stuff, and then the bank is going to call back the sales guy and say, yes, we'll offer Jason a loan based on his credit. We'll give him a rate. Of, say, 7.9. Okay, just using an average rate. So we're calling it 8%. We're going to give them a rate of 8%. In dealerships like guys, like, okay, 8% buy rate, perfect, thank you. So the sales guy, he's got an 8% buy rate. That is what the bank says they will give it to you at. Then when the sales guy comes out to you with this weird little four-square thing and he's got all this stuff on there, and he's got an interest rate written in one, he says, and we can get you a rate of 10.2 or 10.5%. You're like, 10.5, that seems kind of high. Well, that's where they're at, 10.5%. Like, well, I guess it is what it is. I trust you. That is the sell rate. The buy rate you got from the bank was 8%. And the bank only cares about that. Okay, that's 8%. But the dealer wants to get his 2.5% extra, and it can be 3%, it can be 1%. There's some states have different laws, but 2.5% is pretty common. So then what he's going to do there is he's going to hit you up with it, and he's going to say, okay, you're going to get a sell rate of 2.5% is what we're going to hit you with on there. Hold on one sec. All right, sorry, we had to pull a truck out. He's closing the gates up right now in there. They do lock this parking lot up. Again, I do have permission to be here. I shoot here all the time, but you want to make sure I had my truck parked out of here. But so basically what happens then is that, so the dealership told you the bank said they would do your loan for 8%. Then what happens then is, so you figure you don't even know about that 8%. They don't even tell you that. You have no idea. He comes back with 10.5. That is what we call a sell rate. That is a 2.5% sell rate that is over and above the 8% that you have. What happens to that and why do they do it? Well, it's all pure benefit of profit for the actual dealership. And again, all dealerships, most do this. It is not a specific thing. So how they make that work is they take the fact that, they're going to sell it to you for 10.5%. So if it's like that Frontier and it's $50,000, 2.5% of $50,000 is about, what is that, $1,250? Call it. Let's just call it $1,250. I'm guessing. Well, as soon as you sign a deal for 10.5%, you say, I'll take that. That works. Go ahead to give it to me. I'm happy with that. It is what it is. I'm trusting that you did the best you could. You sign the papers. You do all that kind of stuff. You get that truck. And you get that at the 10.5%, then what happens then is as soon as you're done and you leave, the dealership then calls the bank and they say, okay, listen, you gave us a buy rate of 8. We did a sell rate of 10.5. That's 2.5% difference. Cut my check for my 2.5 and send it to me immediately. And the bank says sure, and they do. Plus, there's other advantages between them and the banks and little kickbacks and things like that. But really, they get that. So the bank then cuts them a check for $1,250, sends it straight to the dealership. Dealership makes that money. That is a sell rate. However, what happens to you? All right, sponsoring this video, we have Last Fit, one of the best companies out there. We have the Last Fit air compressor right here. You guys have seen me do video reviews on. I take this thing with me every place. It is absolutely incredible for cars, for bicycles, for all that kind of stuff. My Jeep has got a lot of Last Fit stuff on it. We have Last Fit fog lights right there that are absolutely incredible, those beams. We have Last Fit high visibility turn signals right in here that are incredible. We have Last Fit mats we just got done putting in Bella's new Sentra. We have them in our 4Runner as well too, but look at the coverage here. How about that for never having to vacuum your vehicle out again? Just dump your crap right out. Look at how great that is. And what if you got a kid in the back? Look at this car seat. Look at how nice this is. Again, never having to vacuum. Look at that coverage that we have in here. Absolutely incredible. And what about the trunk? Look at this. Again, never having to vacuum again. Just take this truck or the whole mat out and dump it off and get rid of all the stuff on there. Super simple and easy. So we use Last Fit for everything. I cannot say enough good things about the company, even in our truck. This bed mat, this custom fit, molded, super good, lipped, ribbed. This thing is incredible, and it is Last Fit liners for this entire thing here. Tough as nails, durable as it gets. Cannot say enough good things about Last Fit, and we appreciate them taking the time to sponsor this video and put their stuff out here and show us their amazing products. Their website and information running below for you, and it will also be in the video description as well. Check them out. You will be very happy with all the products they make. I am. What happens to you as a consumer through this whole process? Did you just lose $1,250? No. No. It's not about $1,250. At $1,250 was a you wish you lost $1,250, because in reality, on a $50,000 vehicle, Frontier, doesn't matter what it is, it could be the Pathfinder, doesn't matter what it is, $50,000 loan, and if you're taking it out for, let's say, 72 months, which most people are today, many go into 84, but if you're taking it out for 72 months, on $50,000 at 2.5%, it yielded the dealership a bonus from the bank of $1,250, but it cost you $3,900 in extra interest. $3,900 more that you have to pay over the term of your vehicle just so a dealer can make $1,250 on you up front. Now, what if you financed it for 84 months? Many people are doing 84 months now. 84 months on $50,000 is now jumping up to $4,600. Let's just round it, call $5,000. $5,000 of extra interest if you bought a $55,000 vehicle that you are paying on your vehicle to the bank because the dealer sold you out on your interest rate so that he could make $1,250, $1,400 up front on the deal of your purchase. He sent you downriver with an extra cost of anywhere from $3,500 to $4,500 on that $50,000 car. What if it's an $80,000 truck? What if you were buying an $80,000 Nissan Armada? Okay, I'm sure that this one here is probably coming right in at that price on here. They got a sticker on here. Let's see, I'm curious now, not on the front right there. We got a window sticker right here on the side. Let's say you're buying this, your dream SUV for your family, and it is that. 5961, so this isn't even hitting here because it's an SV, rear wheel drive only. But let's say this was a Pro 4X and we're coming in at $80,000. You did this for $80,000 for 84 months. And it hit you with 2.5% buy or sell rate on top of your normal buy rate. It doesn't matter what the rate is. Doesn't matter if you got it for 1.9% financing. You're like, oh, it's okay. I got it for 1.9. I got it for 2% financing. Fine, you got it for 2% financing. But if he kicks in another 2.5% sell rate on top of your 2% buy rate, that 2.5% buy rate on $80,000 yields them over an 84-month term, will yield them, which you would be smart to go 84 if you're only at 2%, right? You know, if you got 2%, you're like, the interest is so small, leave the money in the bank longer. It's worth it, and my payments are lower, and I get it. But the 2.5% that he kicks in on top of that at sell rate and tells you that it's actually 4.5, that 2.5% will yield him almost $8,000, or I'm sorry, over $8,000, almost $9,000 that you will pay over the term of your loan for him to walk away with $1,800 or $1,900 in his pocket up front. You will lose $8,000 of money you will pay $8,000 in extra interest so that they can make $1,800 on you on the front of the deal. That's why buy rate and sell rate is so brutal. It is such a evil, nasty game, and it is not that. So here's a tip for you, okay? When you're dealing with a dealer, and it's buy rate versus sell rate and stuff like that too, do not be afraid to try to turn that stuff around in your favor, even though it's a shady counter, because you know that this sucks in principle that they do this, but this might very well work for you, and that is to bounce it back at them. So here it is, and you're looking at this thing, and you're like, I can take this one right here, and they're coming back, and you're like, it's going to be 8%. You're like, you know what, I kind of know it's not going to be 8%. I know where I'm really at on here. I know we're closer to, we're going to be about the 4.9, 5%. So obviously you're kicking in a buy rate. How much, or sell rate? What is the sell rate that you're kicking in? And be honest with me, and we'll come up with a solution. Comes back and says it's 2.5%. You're like, you know what? That 2.5% is going to yield you $1,250. How about I just give you $1,250 more, and you give me back my honest rate and my actual buy rate, not the sell rate. You get your $1,250. I don't have to pay the stupid extra interest. 9 times out of 10, they will do that in a heartbeat, and you will benefit that way. Or because a lot of them, some of you guys in the comments are going to be like, well, no, just get your own financing. That may work if you're an MSRP buyer. But when you start learning to negotiate, you start calling, you start working these deals, dealerships, they are expecting buy rate and sell rate conditions. That's why you hear them all the time. Well, you're going to be financing it through us. They didn't ask if you were financing it. They ask if you're financing it through us. Or they ask you if you're financing it, you say yes, and you say through us, right? Yes. Because if you come in and you say, no, I'm paying cash for it, you're not going to get the deals. If you come in and you tell them I'm financing it through my own credit union, you're not going to get the deal because they're already losing money through the buy rate, sell rate thing, through the kickback from the banks they work with, through all these kind of things. So there's always it's always a catch-22. How many times have you heard people say, well, you can either get all the rebates or you can get this really good deal, or you can get the better percentage rate. You can't have both. Okay, because the dealer's always got to win. The house never loses. It's the same kind of scenario here we're dealing with. But this is kind of a way that you can beat that buy rate, sell rate thing. But hopefully you understand the power of it and how nasty of it is. It is not about the $1,200 that he gets a kickback for. It's about the fact that it costs you $4,000 more on your loan because of a stupid, shady game for him to make a quarter of that in a little bit of a profit that he doesn't even tell you about, and they don't even have to explain to you. He just gets to do it. It's sad. So anyway, now you know. Hopefully it helps you out. Thanks for watching.